matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. Just don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals, stay focused on you. Focus your view, succeed, cause I'm hoping you do. Keep climbing up the ladder, cause the key to success. Go hard and go home, never settle for less. Life is stress, but we gotta deal with it, homie. Send a prayer to the man to put a shield on it. Work hard for what you get, appreciate what you got. You can always improve, just don't stop. Going for your dream to achieve in your life. Gotta take a chance like rolling the dice.
What's up, team? This is Bernardino County Radio Show on KCAA NBC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Culture. Hey, Missouri, what's up, Bioni? I missed you, brother. How you been all week?
Oh, man, I just saw you last Monday, bro.
7 days.
Well, thank you, brother. But God bless you as well. You know, just out here trying to grow and trying to learn, trying to better myself, and trying to enrich my own skill sets. How about yourself?
On Juneteenth?
Yeah, had a number of events. I'm blessed to be able to be paid to shoot a few of these Juneteenth events. So it was a blessing and an honor.
And Juneteenth, well, all the Juneteenth events and those who participated, set them up, are our I Love San Bernardino standouts of the week.
As well as the fathers for Father's Day as well.
Oh, and the fathers for Father's Day as well. We'll throw them all in there.
Yes, indeed.
And, you know, I saw Tristan did a good job on our San Bernardino Juneteenth, and you rolled over there, right?
Yeah, I went over there for a little while. It was, you know, like when I see Parks and Rec all the time, I give them, I think they're the shining star of San Bernardino City because they try their best to provide free, affordable entertainment for our community. I just wish,
on a budget,
but still very nice gatherings, very nice things to engage and have the public have fun. I just wish more of our community would take advantage of the opportunities that they provide.
And I was slacking. I thought it was Friday. I missed
because
the
Juneteenth actually is Friday, but they did theirs on the 18th.
Yeah, I missed I missed that. And then the weekends, I've just been trying to write the book. So
you're focusing on what you need to focus on.
I gotta keep going. If I don't focus on that, you know, then you kind of find other things to do. Right, so when you're writing a book and you can't go on sabbatical because I'm a caregiver, like my little time is like I go up to Goodwin's and write on Saturdays and just stay in the mountain air and just let the eyes.
Yeah, you're almost officially a mountain man, bro. You be
yeah. Me and Jason went to watch Tom Petty and the
Heartbreakers.
The
Heartbreakers,
something like
that. Oh,
it
was a tribute.
Yeah,
band.
A tribute.
Yeah,
band.
okay.
But it was cool. It was fun. We didn't pay. We stayed on the outside, but you can look
at you guys over there scalping the shows.
Yeah,
all
the locals, they just bring their chairs and sit outside of the area, and I guess the people want to pay $30, go right on, but you can still see them and everything. We had fun.
I hear. It
was fun, dude. And we stopped in. What else we do? We had some pizza, and we thought, damn. We should have invited Yanni.
I'm always an afterthought. I appreciate you.
No, I kicked my butt on that one, but we're gonna get it. It worked out. I did try one time.
You know what? I saw that Jason went to San Juan Capistrano. I saw one of his videos that he made it happen. I guess we must be anchors or something like that. Come on, Jason, hit us up, bro.
No. He said he scouted it out for us.
Okay.
So he really wants us to go and check it out.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, we'll set that up. But seriously, this is some good stuff, man. Going out and visiting all these little spots on trains and buses. I like it. I
love it because what I love about Jason's angle is that he does it affordably. It's a great value where he's showing how you could go to the beach, ride the MetroLink. You could spend $30 and
not have a car.
Yeah, $30 and have a great time. You know what I mean?
And take your kids.
Totally. On a more somber note, I want to, as the standout of the week is the fathers, and God bless the loving fathers. Sadly, yesterday, my uncle Tony Baker, he passed away on Father's Day. So I just want to prayers, wishes, prayers, thoughts, and prayers to my Aunt Judy and my cousin Jay and the Baker family as they navigate this new reality. But
and
love you.
Would it be all right to dedicate this show to the Baker family?
Yes. Please. Not just the Baker family, any family that's dealing with loss.
Okay.
People lose people every day, and one day we will be called to glory as well. So, but he was a wonderful father, a great man, served in the military as well, family provider, just nothing but standout gentleman. And he made it to 80 plus, I think it was 82, and so he lived a long life. But it's just when you have those foundational losses, those are really tough.
I'd like to also mention our sponsor for quite some time now, Powell Charter Academy over at 2450 Blake Street. Give them a call at 909-887-7002. I believe summer school is just about to start. So give them a call. Get your kids involved at info@powellcenter.org. Give them a strong foundation for the next school year, team. Amen. And who knows, after summer school, you might just leave them there, right?
They might have a good you don't have to worry about parenting them anymore. Just drop them off. No, they might enjoy their experience here that they want to enroll for the rest of their
maybe some automotive experience, football, sports, culinary, audiovisual, and the basics, of course. And then special spots for kids to relax when they have those bad times of day.
Having a rough day.
Yeah, and they just need somewhere to relax. And that caught my eye the most when I went on the visit of the campus. So.
You know what might benefit all high schools and maybe even middle schools and elementary schools? You know how they have those like destruction rooms where they could break stuff? Like just sponsor one of those at area. Just the kid needs an outlet. Go ahead and bust that TV.
Maybe it could just be one of those things you hit, and then it could be like a picture of the principal or something.
Okay. A pinata or something like.
Yeah, like those things that are strong men. They hit the
hammer. Oh, okay.
Feats of strength. I just like those rooms where you start hitting with the sledgehammers and everything.
Yeah.
Man. It's like that comedian with that used to break the watermelons apart.
Oh, I'm Gallagher.
Yeah, now that's okay. Yeah, but I just was thinking about insurance at the school and everything after you're destroying things like that on campus, like get a piece of glass in your eye or something.
Yeah. All the safety goggles, all the proper.
Yeah, you'd be like in that bear suit. You're like, yeah. But Powell Charter Academy, thank you for everything, and they got some good programs over there. So give them a call at 909-887-7002. We have our standout of the week. That was brought to you by Chubsy Smash Burger.
Smash.
I just went over there 2 days ago, and Vic was in, and I was just like, I went up to Maria, and I was like, so is it all right for Vic to ever go out and hang out or anything like that? Yeah, we need him out of the house. But he says he's always working, right? So then I went up to Vic and said, hey, if you're always working, how are you ever going to go out? So we're going to have to take him with us.
Ah, I like where you're going. I like that.
Yeah, so you ask the lady first. There you go. Then, right? Then you don't have no excuses.
No, you don't want to. We don't cause no trouble.
But anyway, I think that would be awesome. But thanks, Vic and Joe, for supporting us over here. And Chubsy Smash Burger is located right there on Highland Avenue in Sterling, right across the street from Sterling Cinemas, next to Crazy Boss, the old Target shopping center. Yep. Head on in there. I think there's a Waba Grill right there, and Melba's Soul Kitchen.
Yes.
And they got $10 plates.
They do. That's
so there's all kinds of that little area. It's got Cheers. It's kind of revitalizing a little bit right there, right?
I'm appreciative of those that choose to invest here in San Bernardino and create offerings for our community. We just always encourage the community to take advantage to patronize these locations because they easily could go to other cities.
Yeah, and the fact that Chubsy Smash Burger stayed here, and they're from here, that means they get all the support in the world from me.
I'm hoping the second coming of McDonald's kind of success for them.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Totally.
Units.
There you go.
All right. Well,
you get a smash burger. You get a smash burger.
And a Gallagher watermelon.
And a slice.
Mr. Trees, what's going on? How do you find out more about our show, your show, and the show on before us?
You can find out about family street food, I Love San Bernardino, and Palm Trees in Progress Presents on the KCAA app. Go ahead and just type in KCAA on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, and you can tune in from Paris, France, or Paris, California. Oui.
Fromage.
Gesundheit.
And Palm Trees in Progress is also on Instagram. And we got what else? Who else was on? Of course, always motivational realizations. I love San Bernardino, but let's hear your guys' Instagram and everything. Just why we're starting, and tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Well, my name is Javier Silva, and I came in invited by Ipiani. We met at Eugene Weems' event that he had over
You
here.
mean the incredible
Yeah.
kickboxer?
Yes,
Eugene
sir.
Weems
Oh my
runs
God.
for Congress. Eugene
Yes,
Weems.
that young man.
Yeah, there you go.
So I got invited by him to speak today. Our conversation mainly was led by the community. You know what's happening in our community, and that event was one of those things that really was very inspirational to me. I met Eugene about 2-3 years ago. He was selling he was
So we'll dive into that just a brief intro.
yeah.
Do you have any handles? Are you on Instagram?
I do have it. Let me check it for you.
Okay.
But my email is titanweb for TITANWEB, the number 4 @gmail.com.
Okay, definitely,
All right.
definitely. How about yourself, Micah? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. So my name is Micah Tosaka. I'm a poet born and raised in the Inland Empire, from Colton, jumping back and forth to San Bernardino and Riverside my whole life. So, and yeah, I run an open mic in downtown San Bernardino. I know you from the old Rupo days, I don't know,
definitely.
10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, we probably a decade in easy.
Yeah, so just here
Good
trying to build up the arts in this area.
Totally,
Yeah.
and that's what you're doing. I appreciate that. What we're going to do is Micah is here to tell her story, share some of her poetic works. So we'll have that segment close us out for the show. Right now, we're going to go to Brother Javier. Don't worry about the Instagram, sir.
It's Titan Web 4 too.
There you go.
Thank you.
If you would like to continue with your story on how you initially met Eugene, that'd be awesome.
Well, I actually met him because he had a limousine that he was working on, and he had it at a mechanic shop, and I went by there and I got interested in it because I had not seen anything like that. So
I've ridden that limousine, by the way.
You're a superstar.
Yeah.
at the time I was a driver, so that's why that called my attention. Anyway, I talked to a mechanic and he put me in contact with him. He actually called him. And he said, if you want to see it, I will come in and see you. He said, I'm a very busy man. I don't have time, but I'll take this time to see you. When I met him, we discussed the car, of course, and then it was very hot that day, so he stepped into his truck and we started talking. And I asked him, what does he do? And he started telling me about how he was working with the community.
Yes.
And mainly with the veterans. So I'm a veteran also. I'm a Air Force veteran.
Thank you for your service.
And he was I was very impressed with what he was telling me because he was working at the time on a motel that had been abandoned. And he bought that and he started to rebuild it. And I said, well, who's helping you? Oh, he says, I do it myself. I have yet to meet anybody that has their own job and that does that kind of mega work. Then we started talking about some of the other activities he did, which he does Father's Day, Mother's Day, Thanksgiving, New Year's, and on. The list is endless of the activities that he has.
Definitely. He leads a lot of things and he partners with a lot of organizations as well.
And that really resonated with me because I want to do things like that.
Okay.
That impacts me, and has been such a strong motivation for me to know him. Because if we had 10 people that could do things like that in San Bernardino, this would be a completely different place. That it would be unrecognizable. I'm not speaking, poorly about the leadership that we have now, but when community gets involved in in activities,
Mm-hmm.
and they're unrestrained by the
System.
bureaucracy, the
Bureaucracy, yeah.
system, like you said, we become a force that cannot, be stopped. As a part of Juneteenth and
Yes.
this thing that's happening, I see your shirt. It says 100 black men. We can go back to the '60s when the Black Panthers were around,
Definitely.
and when they came on board, it was a shocker to the system.
I hear you.
And till today, many of those things that they started has been a catalyst for what government does now.
Totally, especially when you think about the food program, the after school feeding the youth, and how healthcare, right? And the Brown Berets were,
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
doing their things as well. And it's just examples of how, sadly, so many false narratives are perpetuated, because in some people's mind they're a terrorist organization, this and that. No, these were people protecting their community from police violence, addressing the needs of the community, because often these communities are disenfranchised and underinvested in. And then so much so that certain powers that be incarcerated them but extracted their ideas, right?
Exactly.
We're in America, the home of exploitation, right? But being said, I know the conversation kind of revolved around UDW, but I know today you wanted to speak more so as your role as a caretaker, and I wanted you to speak towards that, and then towards the latter of that conversation, if you can make people that are caretakers aware of the resources that so many are unaware of. I was a caretaker for my father. I was able to tap into the VA benefits for caretakers, because we would do it anyway. For those that had loving parents that were there their whole life, it's an honor to do so, and you would do it for free, right? But there are systems and programs that can help you in providing resources for you, some monetarily, some access to networks and things of that nature, that so many people don't tap into these things. And it's like, if you're struggling financially and they're willing to pay you, like, why not plug in? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Jason's coming to help. Jason already sent me the link for
Awesome.
doing the veterans one.
Excellent. Good job.
So to follow up,
He was
on
talking
this-
to me, by the way,
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was giving me a lecture just now.
I thought I was getting the lecture.
He's
No,
not,
I was getting a
he's
lecture.
not the only one. I know other
I think
people
you
that
were
are
getting
caretakers.
lectured right now.
That doesn't mean that it's not great advice.
No, I know other people that are caretakers as well, and that they're not tapping into it. So someone that's an advocate,
Yeah.
different voice sometimes can help.
So, using, after I said all that I said about how I see the community now, this also played a big part in how I think about caregiving. So I when we talked, I was going to talk about UDW. I didn't get some of the guidelines as to what I can speak about. So I'm going to speak to you from my perspective.
Yes, your lived
So my
experience.
personal perspective, it does not necessarily,
Reflect
represent the
the views
UDW, but I think people that are caregivers know what I'm talking about anyway. So first of all, I think that this is not new in our society. It's been around. We've been way before we organized. We were taking care of our own people. Our grandmas, our grandpas, our parents, our brothers, our sisters. We've been doing this all along, but it's now become a little different, and we learned a lot of things through that and how to take care of people. Mine has stemmed also through family. One main thing that I learned is that I didn't understand what people go through when they have needs, until you get, for example, I'm now in my 60s, and I feel pains in places
Did you?
I never felt pain before.
I hear you.
But I do remember my parents tell me, my knee hurts, and I would think, like, we're just walking from here to the garage. What's the deal, Or like they would ask me to unload the car from the groceries. Those kind of things are the ones that I think that makes me reflect on what people are feeling. There's people that tell you today, I can't do this because I'm ill. I can't get up. I need your help. I have people that I care for, and I fall into that often that they ask me one too many times, and I can get a little bit
Flustered.
a little frustrated. I was like, I just did that. It's like, what do I have to do this over again? And but then the thought has to come back to, you signed up for this, and you're the one that understands that. Because sometimes even family doesn't understand what they're going through. And so as a caregiver, you have to be the one that responds quickly. I had another person that I'm taking care of, and she has a life alert device. And I went to see her, and first I called her, and she's not answering. So I'm kind of worried. I said, because she's always answering the phone. She knows my number. So I went to her house, rang the bell, nothing. And there's a little sliver on top. There's I can look through. It's like a little window, and I can't see her. So I'm like thinking, I wonder what happened, And so I kept on calling. I'm trying to look like for family members that know her, so maybe they can come over and take a look. And maybe 2-3 hours later, she calls me and she says, "Why didn't you call me?" And I said, "Well, I have been calling. I even went to your house." And it really made me mortified to think what could have happened to her. She could be laying on the floor,
or something,
and something could have happened. But I'm more sensitive to those things now. And medications, when people tell me I gotta get my medication, it's like middle of the night kind of thing, and I have to figure out how to get that if it's available for them. I had one person that I knew that he was a lot older than me. He became a very close friend of mine, and he was we would speak every day, at least twice a day, like in the early morning and then in the evening. And one morning he told me that he was going to be going to the doctor, blah blah blah, and we were on the phone, and he said, he says, "Well, I'll see you tonight. I'll call you tonight." And but I got to go. He says, because I got an appointment this morning. And at the moment I heard this burp, this loud burp, and I went to, shut off the phone because we had already said goodbyes. And I said, "Greg, are you still there?" Because I could still hear that he was there. And he didn't respond, so I asked again. But I didn't think much of it, and I shut it down because I figured, he probably set the phone down. He was going after his second coffee or third coffee, I don't know. And so I didn't hear from him the next day, and it went on to the next day after that. After the first day, I was really worried.
I hear you.
But I didn't recognize that something might have happened.
I hear you.
So on the third day, I called family and I said, "Hey, have you guys heard of him? What's going on?" I felt like maybe he got stuck somewhere and he couldn't get home, or he was still at the hospital. They kept him. So what turned out after about the third, fourth day was that he had passed away in the spot where the last place he was in the kitchen. That's where they found him.
I hear you.
So I was actually the last person to speak to him on the phone.
I hear you.
And I can't tell you how much I carried that, I carried that for a while.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not your fault.
But you know what I'm saying is at the moment I thought, this is just another passage. This is something that in life that we have to go through, but it still was something that impacted me for a while. And until I kind of recognized, because we talked about these things. He was an older man.
That's
so.
PTSD all the way, brother. That's all that is, man. But you didn't do nothing wrong. You actually were doing everything right.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
So you were speaking to him 2 times a day. I mean,
yeah, continuously. Yeah.
Most elders can't get anyone in their family to call them ever.
In weeks.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a long time to get any calls.
Definitely.
Right, like I have to go out of my way to get people to be able to speak with my mama. Right.
I would attribute that to the individuals as well, because you have some people that are social butterflies, that they have
that will take the time.
They're heavily involved in community, and so like I never worry about my mom because she's connected. She has family, she has friends, she's involved, so there's always communication happening. But one thing but that's not the case for everyone. And so if you are blessed where people love to pick up the phone and reach out and talk to you, count that as a blessing, because that's not the reality for everyone.
And maybe return the favor and if you're not talking to somebody, do it. Give them a call. Reach out.
Check in.
Maybe that's all that needed to be happening.
So-
They'll reach out.
Word up. Brother Javier, if you could kind of share some of the resources that you're aware of that people could tap into as far as caretaker and receiving some kind of tapping into resources. Can someone that's not a member of UDW that is a caretaker, is there a pathway for them to join the union or the caretaker?
Yes, I think, SEIU
2015.
which is our local here, but there's several in the area. There could be out like in Riverside. I've worked as far as Fountain Valley, and I cared for my father also and my mother, both of them. But
What
there's
was the acronym one more time?
United Domestic Workers, UDW.
Yeah, UDW.
UDW. Okay.
Yeah,
UDW.
Domestic Workers.
United Domestic Workers.
It's a union.
And the other one is SB.
SEIU.
SEIU 2015, right around, literally right around
And
the corner.
that's the caregiver one specifically.
Yeah, the bulk of their members are caregivers.
Yeah, I was in a San Bernardino County meeting one time, and they mobbed through there, and they were like, they're pounding on the window. No,
Probably a contract
Yeah, they are.
negotiation.
it was.
Very militant.
Yeah. I was like,
They're very
wow.
political. So they are the ones that get our increases. They help us get our increase in pay, and they advocate for us. They also provide a lot of training, which I received through their website. The best thing to do is just to talk to them directly and get that assistance. I was trying to get some numbers for them and some people that you can reach out to, but I might have to send that out to you so you can post it. But that is one great way to get started. The hospitals that your parents or your family members might need to go to, they will help you also. IHSS is another great resource. They're very good at
In-home
sending you out
support
to
services.
housing assistance is also something that is out there that can give direction. Websites and whatnot. There's you can walk in there and they got listings that are current. I don't have any current listings on you today, but yeah, these there's different places you can get resources, and also people that are working as caregivers right now through IHSS, they might be able to help you.
Totally. Because
somebody.
as we get ready to close out this segment, just a brief story about one of my cousins that was taking care of my Aunt Joan, my cousin Danny, and he was able to tap into the system and get resources, and it made a huge difference because he was able to step back from his job and still have money coming in to provide and take care of his mother, and I just think it was for myself when with tapping into my father's VA benefits, like I said earlier, we would do it for free, but it was definitely a blessing to receive additional income for something that you would do anyway, right? Because I love my father and he was a great man, and I miss him to this very day. But it's just so key that. And this caretakers is what we're talking about today, but please believe, no matter what industry, whatever, there's resources available. So don't be afraid to knock on some doors to ask some questions, because there are so many resources that our community are not tapping into, and they're here for you to take advantage of. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Definitely, as we because you'll be back, because you have so many stories from the military side, from the tech side. Like you have lived a couple of lives, bro.
A lot of lives, right?
But definitely. If people want to contact you about because I think you do marketing and
Yes, I do. I'm actually working with the Power of Now. It's a TV network, and we're looking into monetizing through that. Eric Lawrence Frazier is the
Mr.
CEO,
Frazier.
and he is very experienced. He does a lot of things that have to do with housing, and he's I've listened to some of these interviews that he's done, and they're amazing stories. Like they're very good maybe to tap into. And he's on YouTube, and so if anybody wants to listen to that, he's on there. It's called The Power of Now.
Definitely.
And I would really encourage you. Maybe you might want to have him to step in here. There's another person I would want to talk about. Her name is Shirley Ibon, and she's from Ghana. And I met her through my church. I'm a member of LDS Church,
Latter-day Saints.
Latter-day Saints. Some of you know them as the Mormons.
Yes.
That's who I worship with. And I met her there. She has a doctorate degree in economics and I think it's finance. And she's starting a non-profit organization here, and she's working now, or she's been helped by Eugene Weems, the man that does everything.
Definitely,
and that guy.
And I'll reach out to you at another time in the future, maybe look towards the latter end of this year, because I was hoping that you would bring Sister, because that's who you were talking about when we first initially met at the park. But thank you, sir, for your service. Thank you for your knowledge and wisdom. For those that are new to caretaking or just been put into a position where they're now a caretaker, we'll definitely have you back, especially once you get the authorization from UDW. We'll focus more on there, because that's what I initially wanted to talk about.
Thank you.
But I wanted to respect your request. So thank you once again, sir. Micah. And one common thread that us three have shared right here is you were stationed over in Japan for a while for your military service. You frequent Japan and you have Japanese, I believe. And then I'm 100% African American, but I just recently went to Japan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You did.
So that was a lot of fun. But Micah, how you been?
Good, yeah, I've been good. Enjoying summer right now, yeah.
Go. I know that you do a lot of advocacy and you work for a nonprofit. We're not going to talk about that, but I know you do a lot of advocacy for all of our community members, especially during Pride Month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that advocacy, because everyone we're all blessed to be alive. We're all here. You know what I mean? We all leave, so we don't have to live in decisiveness and things of that nature. I know that you have your master's in, I believe, fine arts.
So I'm working on it. I'm about halfway through my program right now.
Definitely.
So summer break.
Yeah,
just kind of chilling, but I'm halfway through a Master of Fine Arts degree in poetry.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Could you share about what made you want to, before we get into the poetry, and if you can answer this briefly, what made you want to start the open mic that you host every other month at Creative Grounds?
Yeah, so when I came back to California, it was middle of 2020. And because of COVID, like a lot of the open mics that I used to go to a lot were shut down. And I kind of randomly met Dwan, the owner. Just one day, I just popped in and was like, what is this place? Because it's so colorful. What's going on? And then was looking to start an open mic everywhere. So me being who I am, I was just like, have you ever thought about doing poetry here? And one thing led to another. We finally picked a date, and coming up in October, we'll hit 4 years of that open mic, which is really cool.
It's fun. It's fun, for real.
It's solely focused on like poetry or spoken word or like rap too, but not so much like comedians or musicians, because I really wanted a space for the poets to kind of like build community.
For the wordsmiths.
Yeah, exactly. Like 4 years, almost 4 years strong.
There you go. I know I've had the pleasure of popping in there every blue moon and always have a good time. And I just love the fact that you and Brother Dewan, and shout out to Jay as well, have created a space such as the Pulse as well, where everyone feels welcome. The whole Soul Alley vibe is real. You know what I mean? Yeah. With that being said, I know you're here to showcase some of your poetry. What is going to be one of the first pieces that you're going to be sharing with us this evening, I should say?
Yeah, so I think because we're talking about Japan, so I have like a longer piece that's about a storm. I lived out there for a couple years, and pretty much as soon as I got there, Typhoon Jebi hit, which that was like a massive typhoon that hit in 2018 and killed 17 people. Like, it was just like a crazy, crazy storm. It had like 200-mile-per-hour winds.
Man.
And me, a little Californian, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, oh my God, what is this?
Take the earthquake.
Yeah. So this is a piece about that. It's called Uprooted. I was in Mihama, Fukui for only 5 weeks when Jebi hit. 180-mile-per-hour winds. In California, we don't have typhoons, and I didn't know what to do. They canceled school, sent the students home. The teachers stayed. One of my fellow teachers said that I should expect the power to go out. I didn't realize until that moment that the toilet in the school used electricity to flush. I had walked to work, and one teacher offered me a ride home. As we left the school, I stared at the giant anemometer near the tennis courts. It spun out of control. I was certain it would fly off and crush my nearby house. The teacher dropped me off at the front door and muttered a Japanglish, "Bye-bye, good luck." Inside my apartment, the electricity was already off. I lit candles with no idea what to expect. The walls shook with each gust of wind. The eerie howling crept into me slowly. I sat on the floor, listened to the rain pelting the window. What does it feel like to be ripped from the earth, slingshot into sky, like leaves fluttering endlessly in wind tunnel? Fingers to floor, hoping to grab something sturdy, just in case. Stare at a tree near a window, waiting to uproot. I uproot all night. Toss, turn, no calls, text. California sleeps, silence. Stare at hollow of my shadow. Dance in candlelight. Pry my fingers into theirs. We'll make it, I think. Every storm is a poem, and suddenly I am no one, covered in dirt, leeching the brittle roots of grasses as if I never had a decent meal. I come before an altar of bones and pay it my fears, but here the wind does not care which house is my home. It concaves the walls regardless of where I'm from or what claim I have to a people who do not recognize my blood as ancestry, a people who would negate my name hanging from the tree that barely offered any fruit. I tear the trunk from the earth altogether, send my body flying through the sky in search of a place much warmer than this. I howl in the spaces between my grandmother's hugs and the cold shoulders of her mother's people who say I am no child of theirs, who say the storm can have me, who leave me against a typhoon that will never care to know me, a typhoon to which nothing is solid, a typhoon that commits erasure as it passes what I offer the sky. I am dirt, brittle roots, and my home. I claim my blood as the sky, my grandmother's hugs, and a storm against erasure. I am a storm against erasure. I am a storm against erasure.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, there's a line in there that makes me think, and I might take it into the wrong direction, but it made me think more. You might have meant this in a metaphorical sense, but you being half Japanese, was there family members from your Japanese side of the family that didn't recognize you? I'm fourth generation, so it's been a while since we've been over there, and I do have family members over there, but we don't know each other. Like, we've never met. I think I mean more like the Japanese people, because there's such a like homogenous culture that it's like, unless you are like born there, grew up there, speak the language, they don't claim you. It's like as soon as you like migrate from the country, it's like you give up your Japaneseness. And that was something I didn't expect going over there. I in my head was like, it's gonna be this homecoming, and then when I got there, I was like, oh, like they see me as very foreign, which I am, you know, like but like American.
Yeah, they see like that severing. Which I think like storms are a version of that, especially something as destructive as a typhoon, that it's like about that moment of severing, you know?
That's very insightful if you look at it the opposite way from the United States point of view.
Yeah.
Because like we don't really have a lot of like ancestry here, you know?
Yeah.
So so it's almost like we accept those little tiny bits of people, like, you know, at least nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, oh wow, they're from there, but like it's weird. Like you're saying that since you're fourth generation, you went back. They're very ethnocentric in Japan, and not as accepting. But like, did they still treat you really nice and everything?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, nice, but foreign at the same time.
Okay.
It's like you're like outside the house. Like you're over there, we'll be nice to you, but you're not like a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you're
yeah,
not a part of
And
it.
that is many cultures, by the way.
very much so. Yeah.
True, very true. Because I saw something. I was watching something on YouTube where they're talking about Blasians and Wasians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And their experience, and it's very similar to the experience of multiracial children that have different multiple ethnicities, and some of their lived experiences where part of the culture or one side of their family accepts them like, yeah, you this and that, and the other side might not accept them, you know what I mean? And it's just very interesting, the dynamics that happen here on this earth.
For sure.
With that being said, what is the second piece that you'll be sharing with us, and then we'll talk about your book as well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, since it's Pride Month also, and it was just Father's Day yesterday, I wrote this poem about my dad.
Okay.
It's called
Happy Father's Day
Yeah,
to
Happy
Micah's
Father's Day.
dad.
Yeah, Happy Father's Day to my dad. So it's called the Trans-Pacific Cactus. My father dances around the garden, regardless of what thorns might stick him. He tells me to water the trans cactus. He says trans, and my body grows spines. He dances around them. I say trans and mean the way the Pacific Ocean shifted my gender each time I traversed it, and how I learned to pull flowers from my skin so I could wiggle my body over a line in the ground that becomes less significant each time I cross it. He says trans and means the cactus we just dumped from the pot into the soil, but a feeling hangs in the air, like when you know you said the wrong thing but hope no one catches you. And isn't that also a lesson in planting? My dad turns the shovel towards the sky, pokes the handle into the dirt several times, and says, "You have to pack it in like this. I learned this on the ranch." And I'm thinking of the ways that he too has repotted himself, and how all transplants must feel awkward as they reach towards the sun from a new position. And aren't we both a shifting arc towards the feeling of sunlight, letting it and nothing else lead our movements? So we dance around the garden together, praising this and every moment that we allow ourselves to grow.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love allowing ourselves to grow.
Yeah.
For me, I often say, like, we're no different than the trees. Like, each day we should reach towards the sun. Yeah, we'll never reach the sun, but we should inspire to grow, to be closer, to grow, you know?
And allowing those, like,
Was that a
awkward
hard
moments.
dynamic between you and your dad in the trans, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, like the queerness. I think my dad is older. He's definitely a boomer. So he sometimes has a hard time understanding. But to me, this was like a really beautiful moment where we kind of got to like bridge that gap between us and understand something really significant about each other, where it's like he might not have like all the words or the correct language for whatever it is, but it's just like, I'm going to meet you halfway as much as I can. So really praising those moments where we let ourselves grow and learn
That's
something.
a special moment right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, and documented here in this experience. With your book, your latest book that you have, please share about the book and the publisher. And
You're a rich author?
Something like that, yeah. So this book is
Rich in spirit.
Yeah, rich in spirit,
I
rich
think
in
that's
words, maybe.
That's all of us, right?
Yeah. So this book was actually published in 2017. So this year it'll be 9 years old, which I know it feels like not that long ago, but it's been a while.
It's flying.
But yeah, this it's called Expansions. One of my good friends made all the artwork in it. Yeah, there's
Shout
like a
them
bunch
out.
of,
Shout them out.
Yeah, one of my good friends, their name is Liz Kong. They're an artist from Riverside who goes on Instagram as Oolong Shrimp.
Oolong shrimp.
Yeah,
okay.
they're like a Chinese American
I hear
artist
you,
who
like the tea shrimp. Like,
who creates just like really colorful work that I've always really admired.
I'm hungry now.
I might go and get some takoyaki all of a sudden.
But yeah, this came out 9 years ago with Jammy Publishing, which I'm actually not sure what city they're located in, but they started here in San Bernardino, and then expanded outward with the poet Nakia Cheney. The one who runs that.
I know Nakia.
Yeah.
Definitely. Good lady. Gotta reach out to her.
Yeah,
see if she would
for
like
sure,
to come on.
for sure.
Definitely. Do you have a piece out of?
Yeah, I do.
Please, by all means.
So this piece is called Reduction. I think this is my favorite piece in this book. There are lights shining somewhere, so full of planetary posture. Bow down, and make anew. As we scale brick walls with our claws like peacocks when we fall with grace, unscathed and able to put ourselves back on our feet, somehow find the energy to go on loving in our solitude, go on dreaming in our shadowy night, where we become better versions of ourselves, compelled to make the growing continue on. But tonight, feel free to crack if you need to. Drop your eggshells onto me, and I will turn them into dirt. When my magic meets your magic, I will provide the spit to create the mud to set the blind ones free, and learn to push miracles out my hands and make the rocks gush forth with water beneath them. Release your anger in solitude. Release your tears in the wind, and soon you will boil down to your reduction, stir with honey, and make yourself sweet again.
I love it. I love the line with the, that you would spit in the dirt to make those, like how referencing the Bible and the blood on the eyes to help the blind man see, I love to love yourself, but also feel free to crack, to fall apart. And I'm here to like catch you, or like, I'm here for you. And to have that permission to let it go sometimes, because sometimes we carry so much that we have to reflect and let things go, because a lot of times we're choosing to carry these burdens. And when you can let them go, you can release them and move and fly freely, be that leaf in the typhoon if you want to, you know what I mean? But the question that I have for you, Micah, has poetry helped you overcome anything in your life, or has creative expression helped you overcome or find your voice, or benefited you in any kind of way?
Yeah, definitely. I think especially doing like spoken word and being on a stage kind of like forced me to overcome like shyness that I've always had since I was like very, very young.
And to talk about things that aren't always mainstream either.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Being in a different country and having ethnicity, the pride stuff. Excellent.
Totally.
So I would say it's made me a lot more bolder, but also like more just like sure of myself and what I'm doing. But poetry is like my way to like process whatever's happening in my head. So I definitely
what
rely on it for
about
that.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say definitely poetry it can be cathartic. It could be healing. It could allow us to pour out things or say things that we might not have the courage or to find our voice to say at that moment in time. But yeah, it's definitely helped me. How about yourself, Robert?
You don't have to put it in that book. You can write poetry and just blip it out of existence, and it still can make you express feelings that you need to express.
Totally. You're totally correct about that. Micah, as we get down to our last 5 minutes of this show, how can people connect with you, your open mic? How can people purchase your book and whatever else you would like to highlight or uplift?
Yeah, so my own Instagram, it's Kinoko no Inaka on Instagram.
Isn't that like an anime character?
It's not. Kinoko no
Kanoko,
Inaka
I heard
means
Kanoko before.
mushroom of the countryside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the fruits?
Yeah, what kind of mushroom?
Just a little like
edible
country mushroom like hanging out,
Makes me think of Toad from Mario Kart for some reason.
Oh yeah. But I have a website. It's just my name, micahtasaka.com. If you're wanting to know about the open mic, either follow me on Instagram or follow Creative Grounds. So Creative Grounds doesn't have the I in the word creative, but everything else is spelled like usual. And this book is available on Amazon. So Expansions by Micah Tasaka. Pick it up on Amazon.
Definitely. Are you working on any other new?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm working on a couple new projects, which I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see what comes out soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you once again, Micah, for coming in, blessing our airwaves, and I just appreciate the fixture you are within the poetry community and creating spaces for everyone in our community to help find their voice, to say their truths, and most importantly, to love themselves and be accepted and respected by others. So you're doing a lot of great work throughout our world.
And thank you for listening to my lecture on the mega art in the
Oh
green
yeah,
room.
anytime.
And she's on stars,
Yep.
and that is awesomeness because we all need to look up in the sky a little bit more
There
often.
you
Yeah.
go. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Brother Javier, if you could just share with our audience one more time how they could get in contact with you if they want to take
yes.
advantage of some of your marketing
So-
services or find out more about caretaking resources.
Yeah, you can contact me through Entrepreneur Toastmasters. I am the Vice President of Public Relations there. And you can call me on my number. You can also leave me a text. I respond quicker to a text. It's 909-728-9104. And my Instagram is TitanWeb4 at Gmail. I think it's just on Instagram, just a TitanWeb4.
Okay.
So, and
There you go.
that should be it.
Definitely. Thank you both for blessing us with your presence and sharing your wisdom and insight, your creative talents and blessings, and for you for being a fixture, for allowing us to come through and be on this show. You've been faithful to the community.
And you for everything that you bring to the community and to our show, and also the dads.
Amen. God
And
bless
this is
us
Robert
all.
Porter and Piano Lockout with the I Love San Bernardino County Radio Show, and we are.
I'm a man who loves the blues. Day or night, I'm in the blues. Love the music, deep down soul.